A very warm welcome to Smell the Coffee. My name is Aina Raisa Koyo. All you have to do is sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. I am kickstarting your morning with the news that matter. I'm kickstarting your morning with bazaar news, entertainment news, and everything happening locally. Speaking about our local scene, the Namibian Hair and Beauty Awards are just around the corner. Guess who will be on the red carpet? You had this from your favorite girl, plugging you with entertainment news so early in the morning. I'm so excited because Tala Da Costa Hashipala is going to be on the red carpet, chit-chatting up with all the entertainers, asking relevant questions about the beauty and hair industry. And then these awards are taking place on the 6th of April. So tomorrow I'll bring you an interview with Noki, who is really the organizer of the event, and she's going to tell us a little bit more about how you can participate, when the awards will be, and just celebrate local creatives. In other news, what was happening on social media yesterday, I saw a lot of people were really outraged by, the Omotoso case, the televangelical pastor Omotoso and his three accomplices, if I can call them that, were acquitted for all charges of rape. So yesterday we saw Cheryl Zodi, the woman who was testifying in the case, really break down in court because, the South African justice system has failed, all survivors and victims of rape. That is all for the opening scene of our show. I will bring you, more entertainment news right after the break. Stick around.
eTicket, your online ticket solution for events and event marketing, bringing you ease of mind and making sure that your event gets out there. For more information, contact events@nhh.com.na.
Well, let's get into our news for this morning. We are going to start off with Ja Rule. He's an American rapper who has inaugurated 6-unit classroom blocks at NAUSO. Now, American rapper Jeffrey Atkins, popularly known as Ja Rule, has inaugurated a 6-unit classroom block for the NAUSO Anglican Primary School in the Lower Manya Krobo municipality of the Eastern region in Ghana. The inauguration, was done in partnership with Pencil of Promise, an international non-governmental organization in education. The block, which was financed by the rapper, was furnished with a dual desk and learning materials, as well as an auxiliary 8-unit water closet toilet facility. This was after Ja Rule and Pencil of Promise had cut the sod for the commencement of construction work on April the 1st, 2024. Accompanied by his wife, Aisha, the rapper expressed happiness of his ability to have put the classroom block to enhance education in community. He said it was fulfilling to give back to society after a successful career accomplishment, adding that there was no better place to do that than the NAUSO community. He expressed the hope that he would see progress in the lives of children in terms of their education development when he next visit the community. Ja Rule promised to bring on board other projects he was passionate about to the community, including film, music, arts, and sports. I'm looking at building a nice gym facility here for you and a space where you can practice music, dance, arts, and all things that we love. Master Freeman Goba, Ghana Country Director of Pencil of Promise, said they chose the school as part of efforts to end the shift system, which was practiced at the school for years due to its infrastructure challenges. Now, the completion of the 6-unit classroom block with the auxiliary facilities will not only solve the infrastructural challenges as for this school is concerned, but will also reduce the school's enrollment and attendance challenges, he added. Master Goma urged the school authorities to learn to use the facility effectively to improve education outcomes in the community. He pledged his organizations continue to support education advancement through infrastructural developments and teacher capacity building as it has done over the past 13 years. Master Samuel Tete, Lower Makanya Korobo Municipality Education Director, said the school through the assembly made an appeal for support after their old building was damaged by rainstorm some 5 years ago, resulting in truancy among students. He said they look forward to ending the shift system and increasing enrollment and attendance in the school with the inauguration of the new classroom block. Meanwhile, Jarol and his team paid a courtesy call on the corner of Manya Krobo, Nene Sikete, prior to the inauguration block. The rapper was presented with gifts including traditional Kente cloth and beads by traditional leaders of the area of his generosity. Shout out to Jaro. I think really that's a beautiful initiative to be able to uplift others, to be able to pay it forward when you have made it in life is really, really such a huge blessing, and it goes to show what a huge and big heart Jarul has. So we're really, really proud of the work that Jarul is doing, and we wish the community and the children all the best. Please take this generosity seriously and work towards becoming a better version of yourself. Now, after the break, we will bring you an interview with Tutu Mongoba, where we spoke about an all-female documentary which is called Beyond the Goalpost. It's currently available now. You can go and watch it. It's on YouTube. You can also contact Tutu to find out where it will be screening, as it will be screening throughout the entire country. We will be back. Joining us this morning on Smell the Coffee is Tutu Mongoba. She is a content strategist and a filmmaker. We will be talking about a documentary which is called Beyond the Goalpost. How are you?
I am super happy, always to come through, always happy to be here, always to see the young ones in front and behind the scenes.
Love it.
Yeah, I love it for you guys.
Thank you.
It's a stellar job that you guys are doing here, not only promoting local content, but it's nice to see young people, make room for that local content.
Thank you so much.
I'm always happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
What inspired the documentary, and what message do you convey to the audience?
Firstly, Beyond the Goalpost really talks about a story of resilience, overcoming adversity, but then also promoting women's football in Namibia.
Nice.
We know that it's sports sector, or part of the sports sector, that is not really much talked about, because there's also a lot of up and down in the sport, in the NFA, or not not really in the NFA, but really with regards to the administration of soccer. So holistically, so you can already see women's soccer is at the bottom of the priority list.
Yeah.
So so we just wanted to highlight women in soccer, what they go through, tell their remarkable stories. But it goes beyond just the soccer pitch.
Nice.
That's why it's called Beyond the Goalpost.
Okay.
As you know, and every time we have this conversation, I say that most of my work really comes from a data research-based point of view before we even start shooting. So I spent about 2 months with the ladies of the Arrows Football Club before I started shooting, and also before we actually started casting.
Yeah.
Just to get to know about sports, soccer, and all the things that are expected from the soccer players, so that it would make it easier for me while I was formatting my story. Yeah, so
It's
that's what it's
giving
about.
method actor.
Yes. And you know, documentary is the most difficult to cast.
Yeah.
Because your story is based on actual characters. So how do you tell the cast story without and portray them in the proper light? So yeah.
Well, so what themes do you then explore in this documentary?
Stigma in the soccer fraternity.
Nice.
We look at really unemployment amongst young people. With the issue of gender disparities are also mentioned. The issue of financial endorsements of women in soccer. But really just underlining is really a story of resilience.
Yeah.
Because to be a sportsman or to be a sportswoman requires a lot of discipline.
Yes.
These ladies wake up at 5 a.m. almost every day without fail to go to the training field. Some of them come as far as Okahanja Park, deep in Koreangap Dam, that vicinity of Koreangap Dam as well. So it really looks at how you still have to maintain your own ambitions, as in trying to go to school, trying to go to work, trying to be a mother, trying to be a sister, trying to be a supporting member of society, yet still wanting to push and live your dream of wanting to be an national and international sportswoman.
I cannot
So
imagine.
you also know that it's just like pageantry. It's a whole lot of work. You know, you need to make sure that you have.
You just don't wake up and become.
Fit. Yeah, you know, it's work. It's years of work in the making. We have some of the players that we casted who were about 26, but they've been playing since they were 8.
Yeah.
So then you look at, where's this person been playing? So one of our players comes from the coast. So she's been playing since she's 8.
Yeah.
So she was bought by the team probably when she turned 22. So you can imagine this person had to leave their home at the coast and then come relocate to Windhoek.
Just to chase this
just
dream.
to play soccer.
Yeah. What are some of the challenging factors that you have encountered, or issues rather, from creating the documentary up until to the final stage of it?
What they always teach us at film school, budget.
Budget, money.
I thought I was going to be done like in 2 months.
Yeah.
But we shot over a period of 6 to 8 months. Yes. So we went over budget. Many of people, I think my lecturers will not even be happy to hear that. But then came the opportunity. With every challenge is always an opportunity. There came the challenge of me as myself as Tutu Creative Concepts, buying equity or having equity in the production. So what my client wasn't paying for, then I then realigned then to make these resources available. But then it would come then from my part of the entity, and then we would join financial forces. So it became a joint venture in the end, apart from it just being an Arrows Football Club entity. Now it belongs to 2 entities. So that's the opportunity that comes with it. Of course, the story took a different life of its own with one of the cast members that we initially casted. and then we had to recast because of the player fell pregnant.
Oh.
So then now you have to now look for somebody else that has a very trying and captivating story to tell as well. But then that was also integrated also into the documentary as well. Many people in influential positions don't really want to talk about what's happening in the sports fraternity. So we had a lot of people turning us down to be interviewed.
Yeah. People are scared of the camera. I don't know why.
People are scared of the camera. Plus, also people don't really want to talk about what is happening in the sports fraternity.
Yeah.
Administration really needs to be held accountable. So people don't really want to talk about how we should keep our principals and gatekeepers accountable for the task that is at hand with promoting the sports sector, especially soccer.
Yeah.
So that also came. So we had to beg and plead for people just to be interviewed. In the end, they didn't get interviewed for the documentary. So then you ask then, where is the other voice?
Yes.
Because they say you always need to have a balanced, you need a balanced story. So in the end, finding the other end of the story was like pulling teeth. And it was very, 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 very stressful.
Yeah.
And then of course, when you're doing a soccer or sports documentary, it's quite fast. And you need a lot of overlays, a lot of B-roll. So we had to shoot from the locker room to practice runs, to being with the cast in their private setting. So this is also one of the reasons why I said the story really took a life of its own.
Yeah. So let's talk about the casting process. You mentioned that one cast member fell pregnant and so forth and so on. But let's go back to the drawing board from the beginning. How do you cast? Do you call for auditions? Do you identify, soccer players that, hey, I like your story, come on board? How do you go about it?
With Beyond the Goalpost, management, which was also the team manager, Munashe Jinyama, and also Coach Eto, they work hand in hand with the girls. So knowing what the girls' personas, but then also knowing the stories we wanted to tell. So you need a character who is up and about and whimsical and funny.
Yeah.
You need a character that has a very strong but quiet personality. You need a character that really has overcome adversity. You need a character that really represents of the endurance of what a sportswoman is today.
Yeah.
So based on some of those characteristics, that's how the casting was chosen as well. Some of them took a while to get out of their shells.
Yeah.
So this is why you always have to, get used to, your cast, your character, your protagonist must first get used to you.
Did you have
Yes.
an acting coach on
Nothing
set?
like that, because with documentary,
It's just like your real life.
Yes,
your
it's your real life. Of course, obviously, you give them a set of questions to say, okay, look, I'll be asking you about this. We'll be going to your home. We'll be getting to meet your family members, or not even meet your family members. So you can prepare on this set of things that I'm looking for from you.
Yeah.
But then you throw like a curveball to see actually when you ask them about, okay, where would you have been if you were not playing soccer? I know many of the people have the notion that women who play soccer play for the other team. So, of course, the gender issue comes in, and the stigma is like, oh, okay, you're a woman trying to be a man, So then you would ask, okay, so we actually have a game that we featured in the documentary where you have the women play against men in an actual match. And then, of course, people are saying, okay, no, these people think that they have the same durability, the same endurance, the same stamina as men. But then you flip the script, you have men who are coming out to support women as well. So when you do a documentary, you really want to tell the stories, but captivate the audience the same way you would do in a movie.
Yeah. Okay, so what do you hope the audience take away from this documentary? What is your impact?
Impact really equates to positioning. You really want to tell a story. You really want to bring to light to light and highlight the issues that female soccer players are facing in the country. But then it's also a point to pivot where parents, guardians can really look at women's soccer, women's football as an option for their children. I think also a lot of people don't understand the administration that goes into managing a soccer team. It's like a business. There are bills that need to be paid, soccer kits that need to be bought, medical bills that need to be addressed. So we also wanted to highlight that. I mean, of course, the challenge was also for myself. I know nothing about soccer or sports.
You had to learn.
I didn't even get so far. I only know what the goalkeeper does and everybody else, and what an offside is, and left wing and right wing and forward and mid. Like, so I'll be shooting and people are cheering on and the stands are moving and me, I'm just like, yes, I'm really not.
You are just looking at the camera.
I'm just here for the story.
Yes.
I'm not, so, and of course for me to learn really about telling a different type of story, but an impactful one. I think that's where the challenge comes in. As storytellers and people who narrate the lives of Namibians and people abroad, we really want just to challenge ourselves. And I think with this particular documentary, I have gained a new family, which it's always like that when you're working with people. You always you get to learn so much about other people, and it really just opens your mental horizons as to what people are really going through. Because everything looks like glitz and glamour,
and it's not
and it's not. So I've really walked away with a lot.
Finally, where is it premiering? Where can we watch it? When is a screening? All these details.
So we're happy to announce that the NFA has really endorsed the venue, which is going to be the Katutura, the Katutura office, the NFA house in Katutura, which is close to the Grootwinkels. We don't say the big shops, we say the Grootwinkels, which is just close to Katutura Magistrate Court. So we start off at 18:30, which is 6:30. I must mention that we have a gate fare or tickets that we're selling at the door for $30, but this money goes towards the purchasing of toiletry kits and sanitary pads for female soccer players. So you're also coming to support a good deed as well. I encourage people to follow myself, Otilia Tutumungoba, on Instagram, X, Facebook. I'm just under that name. But then also to follow the Arrows Ladies Football Club social pages. So people also have preview to behind the scenes reels to the short interviews that we did as well. So we're super excited to share. Besides that, we will then also be having screenings across the country. So we intend for the documentary to travel with the soccer team.
Awesome. And this is premiering on the
19th of March. Yes, at 6:30 proper time, not Katutura time. Yes, we invite one and all to come through and really just learn something new. But then also for people in the sector, in the fraternity, but then also people who are sports lovers. But also you find people that are really just about stories and watching documentaries. This is a great platform for them to watch a different type of story.
All right, Tutu, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
We wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. We will be right back. Stick around. Well, thank you so much for watching our show this morning. We will be back tomorrow, same time, same place. It's all my love, all my light.